Hey, Motor. What the fuck is Kareem chatting?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, this nigga said Trail helped me because Trail advanced.
Are you ready?
Like, nigga, how Trail helped me? Dickhead, I had 95 million cap space regardless. Talking about you weren't gonna get you weren't gonna get all them players. You stupid motherfucker. I didn't have nobody to sign. Right, the schedule said advance at 4. Trail advanced at 4:15. Like, how you gonna get mad at that man? If anything, it should have been thank you. He did you a favor.
Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
On the double. Check right 54. Right 54. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Check 15. Check 15. Hey, Delta. 54. Ready? Check. Block 54. Now.
Clock now on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 37. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 37-yard line. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They out here robbing, boy. I swear they robbing niggas.
Ready. 70, Indy. Pilot, 64, deep. You got me right. Look at me, zipper. Rush in. Check.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Head up, 30 base.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Recon, 132 fighter. Rock it. Ready to go.
Now flags will come in.
I wish
this
that I
one's
could
gonna
hold
be on
you
the defense
now.
for jumping.
Wish
Little
that I could
Nancy
see
on the
you
left
now.
side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
A give running right, Lindsey. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So
And
how
I
do they
know
come
I
out this
can't
week?
see you
Same
say-
way. They got that momentum going, a
Wish
touchdown
that I
on the
could
opening
be-
drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it?
So
I mean, a lot of times we've seen where
happy.
teams have scored a ton of points the week before. And very
Anybody
next week struggle
there,
to score almost as if
here
they
again
used it all up.
someday.
Not in this case. This
I
group appears
wish
locked
I
in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Your bitch just smells like fish.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Your bitch smell like fish, Moody. What you think?
And this will not be
Kids, you
returnable.
stupid,
It's
dog.
out
Don't
back of the
instigate
end
this.
zone for a touchback.
Let it ride, dog. Let it ride, dog. You need to let it ride, dog.
Wait, set. 29. Alpha.
54. Tackles. He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Right again.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Wait,
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Action, reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Ready, ready.
52's the mic.
Protein spell. Snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You draw forward.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
10-2 stop. General West. Under 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let me guess, Ben Simmons and who?
Here's 2nd and 6.
Now, how did I know Ben Simmons was one of the people?
Now to the air, block. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL,
Over here, Gooch,
the
I'm playing the
competition
Raiders.
committee,
Why?
some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Topper. Yeah.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check it. 51, Mike 51. Hey, exit. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Throwing now is Brady. Going up top. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Wait, that wide 20.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Back.
53, Linda. Hey, Charlie. Mike 51. Hey, goal to 66.
On first down, Brady. He's got it to Williams. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
380,
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Hey, wahoo!
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
72.
Squeeze, double.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Let's get the ball. Mike 40.
I'm going to run you over.
Shotgun now for Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Break. 54, right there. 61, match box, right.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
You're out. He's checking his face. Sam on.
Big ass.
Go.
Tighten up. Check the backer.
5.
On 2nd and 15 now. Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Rabbit.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On play action, now Brady. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
40, Mike 40. I'm coming for you, son. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Come on, the ball.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it
look at you getting Horace Blake
15-yard line. Not too bad.
Who got ball in his habit? No!
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Sure about the raise, y'all.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The pass there complete to Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Broncos.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Under. Yep.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, lock it. Get that ball. Hard. And ready. Check.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Down. 18 Gator. Get that hole. Check 3. Check. Pilot. 64. Weak. Bam. What? Squeeze. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, team 6. Okay, clear. Go. Now.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You pull diamond ass like a magician pull rabbits out of hats. Like, what the fuck is you?
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Brady to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless
you're
another defensive penalty.
It ain't going to be me.
Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. 54-yard attempt.
Tough. Won't even play another.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Nigga said better be Mike Moustakis.
You did not get Mike Trout.
He did get Mike Trout.
You bought Mike Trout.
He definitely got Mike Trout.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
We'll see if they can pick it up.
The reason, wait. Why? This is my question, right? This is my question. Fuck that. There's going to be players, right, in innings that's going to be better than Mike Trout. Like, second inning, it might be a fucking...
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards
more like
on first down.
That 99 BJ was a bitch, dog.
How do you know who's coming out
what
for the
can they
inning?
do? Change the play calling? What?
I think
it could be a 99.
Yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of play
I'm not
that
saying he's better than
Biggie.
Craig Biggio is going to be the best catcher in the league.
Use that against them
and
put things in behind
he plays
them.
catcher, he plays second base, the nigga's fast, he can hit. There's nobody better than him, period. But you got Craig Biggio, too.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And nigga, you better be on MLB for the next.
Protection that time,
you better play this game every single day. Every single day.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing.
He's still going, George. He ain't stopped.
How much money did you spend? I want to know how much money you spent.
People call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out.
Keep it a bean.
In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
I do want to know.
Forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
So I'm guessing you have 99 Mickey Mantle.
72. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get
nervous. Why did you?
Sugar.
Because the grind is worth it. It's like if you got every single player in the MLB, it's no point of playing Diamond Dynasty. You got every single player
from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I mean, you can play both. At that point, you might as well do the money.
These last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense as the scouting report changes?
You can get Mickey Mantle. It's over. That's it.
He's throwing it to
How much money you spent? I want to know. How much money you spent?
Whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Oh my God, that's
$500, dog.
This is Freeman on first and 10.
Like it wasn't shit either.
Call it a gain of 4 on
$5. Cool 5, like it wasn't shit. My dog got it, dog.
Why don't you just buy every single player? That's it. You can literally complete it right now. Why don't you do it right now?
Decent little gain, puts him in a pretty good spot for second down.
50, plant, Greystone, travel.
You don't got no diamond. You don't got no diamonds on the Dodger set.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike
gone.
Let's see. We got to do the math right now. Do you have Kershaw?
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and
Damn,
about 4
that
on
was
the
good. That was
first.
good.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph.
They
He's one of
went
those safeties
115.
that you can utilize in any way you want.
Walker
But I
Buehler,
will have to
that's
say, I think
130.
the number one thing he
Clayton
does
Kershaw.
best is tackle.
That's the you need 140,000.
Okay, ready? 50, Mike, 50. Check 31, check 31. 80 weapons. Hey, Roy.
Yeah, I call him. No, I think he can do it. I literally think he can do it.
Watch out, watch out. Rock it. Right. Hit it.
From the gun on third down.
Man,
And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the
wait,
conversion
you
on
didn't
third
the
down.
Brewers. God damn.
Did you see that route the way that
Josh
I did?
Hader.
I thought he was trying to get
Man.
Yeah, that
there.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off
Oh, you
the
got
guy,
Josh Hader?
the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
You ain't got nobody from the Mets, do you?
Check. Watch 54. He can't. Team spill.
The Gronk and P. Alonso.
Kill.
And then the national set. Fuck. Scherzer, Stafford.
Kill.
Yeah, never mind. You're right.
On first down, Lindsey,
you need at
and
least
he'll keep it moving
500K.
down to the 15-yard line.
You need at
Solid run on first down,
least
gain of 7,
500K.
leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still.
Yeah, he was about to spin, dog, and Muda was like, nah,
Pretty good
I can't
room
let
to
you
run
do
on
it
that
no more.
last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yo, he was about to put that bag up, like
So
straight
they'll
up.
come after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Blue draw forfeit.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further
Why don't you
front.
just play to
Still
get to a
plenty of
level
time
1
left in the
and get
game, but
99
now
Barry
start to
Larkin?
pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast.
Don't spend money to buy
a
a
second half no matter what. For those first 5 minutes,
Barry
three,
Larkin.
whatever,
You don't want nobody
this is a
else
big
other than
score to
Barry
start
Larkin
the
that
second
shit.
half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
This nigga said $500, bro. He said $500. $500. This nigga got. That shit is so stupid.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
No, I'm not saying what you did, Super, but fucking the I think I mean.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive here. Look to throw.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 week ago.
I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye, and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now it's Lindsey.
Look at that nigga super team. And check what I made him do.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
I ain't even want to look at it saying. Fuck that. I'd rather
now a chance to make that encroachment penalty.
If I didn't
first and
have
5.
Mickey Mantle by Diamond 99, I'm going him at Diamond 99. That's what. Diamond 99, so I did not have every single player in the MLB before I got out. But that's what I got for that.
15-yard
Till
touchdown
then,
grab.
I'm grind.
And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I want Mickey Mantle.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point.
Yeah. You know what? To be honest, my ultimate goal with Diamond Dynasty is to get to a 99 overall team and get to Diamond 99 level. After that, then I'm done. I'm done.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
After I get to overall 99 and I get to Diamond 99 level,
you did it. I had to.
Nothing to prove.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Easy. You can easily get there.
Set, 380, 54, hit.
Now Brady, maybe a free play here.
So New Yorkers,
he's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now a play fake. Brady. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I gotta stay in my zone. All that pillow talking bitch and you on your own.
6-yard line.
Just came in and gave me 4 picks we own.
I just had to double check my
I'm getting out this field with the fucking W. It's on.
Well, I just used the calculator.
Oakland's my home now.
Checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They try to get her inside, but that one was swallowed up.
Man, fuck what we were talking about. Put that bread up.
Defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally. And
that's what I'm saying. Like, you already there. You halfway there. Like, fuck you. Muda, what is it gonna hurt, dog?
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the...
Muda, I'm just saying, dog, at this point, what is it gonna hurt?
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players.
That's all it is. It's gonna make Muda rage a little bit.
He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier. Now
nigga Muda asshole gonna be on fire like this motherfucker.
That's about all he needs, and he's gonna go for it.
Right. I don't even want this team no more. Y'all about to start selling cars, man. Fuck these niggas.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
No, Tremont, you heard him. I only give up on cars when they give up on me.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Bullshit.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
What's up, old boy?
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey.
What's
a
up?
Nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, that nigga Andre is hilarious. Nah, there was a video where Chris Paul was at Jordan Kent and shit, and Jordan had to, if Jordan missed the shot, he had to buy tickets for the entire tent.
That nigga Jordan hit everything.
That nigga made all 5 of the shots.
Yeah, Jordan hit every single shot.
And the last shot, the nigga Chris Paul covered MJ's eyes.
He put his hand in his face, he still cashed it.
I'm like, oh my god, this nigga's the greatest. Yo, the way he did, bro, he was all net, bro. I'm like, damn. Hey, bro, that nigga Jordan showed no sympathy.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Let me check his
Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Lock's going to sneak it, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Good job.
Drew Lock, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
all
After
died
the
in a
touchdown,
really
here's
tough
McManus
control.
now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Motor.
Oh, man.
You ever beat an opponent so bad that he just started like kicking field goals on his side, his 25-yard line? He's doing it now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to run forward.
Probably you, shit. You need a haircut, nappy-headed bastard.
Get him to the ground at the 37.
Talking about who getting the fade. Nigga, it's you getting that goddamn shit chopped off your head.
Continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Like, check my, you hear this nigga Timon over here with all this damn hair on him.
Life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's get it. Wait, that wide 20. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them